Hello and welcome everyone. Once again, this is Sunil from 3D Archives. And in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can use connector for creating libraries that can be used in Unreal Engine on any project. This is an amazing way of organizing your models in a way where you can just go ahead and use it in any project by just one click, and it will consist everything that needs to be stored in the library, all the material textures. So without further ado, let's get started. So what you will have to do is you will have to install connector. So you'll go ahead and download connector and install it. After connector is installed, you will have to go to integration and make sure your Unreal Engine is closed. So you have to close Unreal Engine, then open connector after installing connector, and then go to integration and then click on Unreal Engine Integration Installer. And you will get an option. And then here you can see automatic install. Click on it and choose the version which you want to install the plugin for. So I have selected 5.7. Just click and then it will copy the plugin into the installation folder of Unreal Engine. And that's it. And after that, you have to start Unreal Engine. So let's understand why we should be using connector to create the library for Unreal Engine. The first point is so no matter how much information your file has, suppose if I select this object and this has texture to somewhere else, the model somewhere else, and texture brought from Crayon, brought from Megascan, Fab, whatever. So this object might have multiple assets reference, but if you add this model to the connector library, it will be just one file which can be shared to anyone and which can be loaded in any projects whatsoever in any Unreal Engine project. So if you have to use this table in some other projects, then you don't need to open Unreal Engine and then migrate this mesh and then use it. It will be there for you and in it will be there for you in connector with proper preview, with all the information you need, with all the files collected inside just single file, and then you can just load it up in any project in Unreal Engine and then drag and drop and use it. So that is it makes using your asset from any library. So that means you go ahead and add any models from any of your old projects and then add it into the library of the connector. And then you can go ahead and load it on any project, and then it makes furnishing a scene for archviz or for any matter a breeze or very easy for you to just populate your scene with all the assets, and everything gets organized to one place, which is even better for you to find them and then put it or use it in any project. Plus that one file can be shared with anyone in just one click, and then he can just open in connector and then load it into any Unreal Engine project and use it. Plus, while you are creating the library for connector, it can contain model, meshes, BPs, and almost every kind of assets available in your content browser can be sent to connector and kept there as a library on your hard drive, which is shareable and can be used on any project in just few clicks and very well organized and in front of you with proper preview. Plus, when you are sending any asset to connector library, the connector library will consist of automatically created thumbnail which you can preview before you send any model to Unreal Engine or any of the project. So it becomes very easy and efficient to visualize the object before you send to Unreal Engine. So let's begin on actually understanding the process. So before you want to add any model inside connector library, I will highly recommend and encourage you to prepare the model and keep it ready so that once you send it to connector and then when you are using in Unreal Engine on any project, it's just ready to be used, an absolute true form. For an example, let's understand. Suppose this is a object which you brought from Blender or Max or Maya. Then you enable nanite on it. If it's a if it's a object with a glass material, then you will reduce the number of triangle. You will create LODs, and then you will convert into HSIM. LODs will be created, and you will tweak the material to make it as good as possible. If needed, you will merge the different part of the mesh into one. So first, if I want to export this model to the connector for keeping it in library, what I have to do is, first thing I should be doing is I will have to rename the mesh as properly as possible, so that if I want, I can search and find it in connector in instantly before I am exporting. So I'll press Control B. I will select this content browser and then press Control B, and then I will name it as table. Use whatever naming convention you use. Suppose like uh, static mesh SM, and then table, and maybe it's a dining, so add that. So object should be properly renamed. Then you should be keeping it in a specific folder as maybe 3D model library or prop model library. So just name it, make a folder named as prop, and then here you can go ahead and name it as furniture, and then you can go ahead and maybe name it as dining table or whatever it may be. And I will just go ahead and add it to the favorite so that I can again find it here, and I can go ahead and send it to the folder easily. So I'll go ahead and send it here. So properly renamed, properly organized. Then if I have to merge this object, suppose this is a chair. So you can see this chair is of multiple objects. You can go ahead and select all and then export it as a one object. It will be one file, but I will highly recommend merging this object before you export it for the connector library. So I will press Control B. As I have shown you in my earlier videos, you will need to go ahead and disable nanite before you merge, so that you don't lose the quality of the mesh after merging or while merging. And then press Control S to save. Then go here in merge, then in settings, disable this, make it to use a specific LOD, replace actors, and then nanite is enable out, because you want to enable nanite the moment it's converted and merged, right? So click merge here, go to your props folder, furniture, name it as dining chair. So I'm merging through the merge tool, so SM will automatically be added. This SM will be automatically added by Unreal Engine. Maybe this is chair 1. So I will go ahead and save it. So as you can see, this chair is merged and one object. So if this is not having any material with translucent blend mode, all you need to do is you need to go ahead and enable nanite in that case. So you go ahead and enable nanite, and yeah, if you remember, when we merged, we have already enabled nanite. So the moment it will be merged, nanite will be on. Suppose this is the object and it's already, you don't need to merge it and prepare and send it to Unreal Engine, rename it, organize it, and then merge it if needed, and then convert it to nanite if it's not having any metal with translucent blend mode. For an example, if you have a object like this, and this object is having translucent material in it, right? So you cannot enable nanite for real-time experiences. If you want to experience it, like if you want to only render a cinematic video, you obviously you can go ahead and enable nanite. Like if you can see, I have already enabled nanite here, right? And then you can go ahead, open this object, and then set the max edge length factor to 0.1, so that this doesn't get deviated or becomes low resolution mesh. And you can go ahead and use it as it is. But as you can see, this big transform is not baked. So I will go ahead and switch to modeling tool by pressing Shift F, and then I will click on, I will go on favorite, and then I will click bake transform, and then I will click accept. So this is transform is baked on this mesh, so it will not be horizontal, it will be pointed or looking forward like a straight. The point is, if your object is having a material with translucent blend mode, you should not enable nanite if you want to explore the project in real-time experience. If you are only using this project for rendering cinematic video, go ahead, enable nanite, and then change the max edge length factor to 0.1, and it will be good to go. But If you want to go one step further and you want to explore this project in real time, then enabling nanite on a translucent glass material is not advisable at all. So in that case, what you need to do is you need to go ahead and reduce the number of triangle. Then you will have to create LODs on this object and disable nanite on this so that you can get better performance, because nanite with glass material doesn't work at all, and it's going to be very bad for performance if you try to use it. So in that case, so you have to figure out that if any object is having glass material, instead of enabling nanite, you have to disable nanite, reduce the number of triangle, create LODs, rename it, organize it, finalize the material of the glass if you want, and then send it to connector, because next time you need that object, it's just ready to be used in every scenario. And also this pivot is not set. So to summarize, if it's a glass material, you will have to organize, rename, disable nanite, reduce triangle, create LODs, finalize the material, and then fix the pivot if needed, and fix the transform if needed. So I have baked the transform on this object. Now I will fix the pivot. So for that, you will have to go to modeling tool again and then go to favorites. I have already added edit pivot into my favorites. You just need to go ahead and click on edit pivot and then click on bottom and then accept. Now this object is absolutely ready to be included in connector as a library and can be used on any project in just one click whatsoever, and multiple times you want to use in just few clicks. So let's get back to our dining table. So here you see I will press Control B, dining table name is properly done. I will go ahead and see if this transform needs to be baked. As I can see, the thumbnail looks perfect, so I don't need to bake transform, and this is not having any translucent material. So I will just go ahead and enable nanite. So nanite is already enabled, and now I will go ahead and open the material, do any kind of adjustment and try to make this material as amazing and as good as possible, because I want to use it multiple times. So finalize the material at your best before including. Every aspect of the material should be done perfectly. And then you can see the pivot is not good at all. So I will go ahead and then fix the pivot at the bottom. So this model before sending to connector as a library, organized, renamed, nanite enabled, material finalized, pivot fixed, and yeah, you can just go ahead and I will save it now. And then all you have to do is right click on the mesh, and then after you have installed that connector integration, right, as I showed you earlier, you will be able to right click on the mesh and then send to export asset to connect, and then you'll have to click, and then you have to go to a place where you want to save the library and just select a folder like connector Unreal Engine library. You can name it as connector Unreal library, or just Unreal Engine connector, whatever it may be. I have named it as connector. So I'll go ahead and just click select folder. It will just take a few seconds and it will export the asset. Again, I will go ahead and export this also. So here also nanite is enabled, object is merged, material is finalized, renaming is done, organization is done, and all I need to do is I need to just fix the pivot. So I'll go ahead and fix the pivot here. Okay, so this object is absolutely ready to be included. So see, this is more than one object. So this object is absolutely ready. So I will just press Ctrl B, right click, and export to connector folder. It will take a few seconds and then export. Again, I will go here on this one also. I have prepared this also. Just imagine that you have reduced the triangle and created LODs and then finalize the material even further. I'll just press Ctrl B and then I will send it to furniture for organization purpose. Then I will name it as whatever it may be, like glass deco, or maybe deco glass, and then I can just go ahead and see here this material is not applied inside the mesh. So I will always suggest open this mesh, search this mesh, because this is the final material which you have done. Though connector is smart enough, it will apply this material, that modified material, but I will recommend applying this slide. It is better. If you don't know, don't do it. Connector can handle it very easily. Connector takes every information applied on this mesh before it exports. It's always better to do it manually, not depend on connector for everything. And now you have to just go ahead, right click, and then export asset to connector. It will take a few seconds and then done. Now you can go ahead and do the same on every object which you think you might need multiple times in multiple projects, and you might think you want to use these products or meshes again and again and again and again for the rest of your life. Then in that case, just try to see what are the models, maybe the chandelier, maybe a portrait. Just go ahead and find and then just prepare it the way I have explained, and then keep exporting to connector library. It will take time for the first time. I do agree that, but the moment you need those models for the next time, it's going, you will be like blown away with the efficiency and how fast it can be and how fast you can use them on any project. So as you can see, I have exported 3 models and I want to use them on a new project as efficiently as possible. So I will go here. I have opened a new Unreal Engine project to save some time, and maybe I will go ahead and then create a new level. I will not save it for now. So I have a scene ready here, and I want to use those models in this in this new scene fast and efficiently. So let's go to connector, and it will say that it has detected a folder because connector was open while we exported it. So yes, click yes to accept that, and it will automatically detect the folder which you have exported. And now you have this. For some reason, if it doesn't generate a preview, you can always go ahead and assign a preview yourself. So it's not a big problem. Add a custom preview and then just take an image and then apply it. So for some reason, if this preview is not there, you can always go ahead in Unreal Engine, take a grab, like a snap of the mesh, okay, like this, and then just assign it into connector very easily. Most likely this will generate the preview. If it doesn't, you can manually go ahead and apply a preview on this object just by here. Click here and then add a custom preview and then select the image you want to apply it as a preview. Now I want to use this on the new level. Okay, so I will close this project for now because it will be easy for connector to go ahead and select it for us inside this. Okay, so I will go here in connector. I will right click and then click load in opened UV project. Just click added successfully. Right click here, load in open Unreal Engine project, added, and then right click load in open project and then add it. And when you come back to Unreal Engine, go to props, furnitures, you have all those 3 objects ready for you to be used. So you can see how easy and efficient this entire process is. And yeah, everything is just ready for you to be used in just one click. So any project from now, after you have assigned the thumbnail on the meshes which are missing, not every message will be missing. I have tested it thoroughly. 8 object out of 10 gets its thumbnail automatically done for you. And then yeah, right click load use, right click load use, and imagine you have very well organized model library created from all your finished Unreal Engine project, where you have just spent all the time preparing the entire object, finishing the material, enabling the night, disabling the night, reducing triangle, to done everything possible. And then you took your time and then collected and then made the connector library for Unreal Engine. Now you are going to make a project in Unreal Engine, open connector, right click, load and use. That's how easy it can be if you really want to work, be more optimized and fast and efficient. So I hope this video helped to understand how to work efficiently in Unreal Engine for architecture projects. I will see you all in the next video. Till then, have a great time.